People say, oh, you cried the first time you saw the original Pokemon movie back in, well, like 1999. To that I say, the first time, still having trouble with that. My God. Didn't you cry when you were watching the anime and you thought Bulbasaur was done for, got crushed? Or when you thought Charmander's tail was finally going out? Or when it was time for Butterfree to grow up and he found another Butterfree and there was the big Butterfree migration and Ash had to let him go? Oh God. I was there. I was upset about all of that. I am an old school Pokemon fan, especially the games, especially like the main games, the versions, the colors, those ones. Not really any of the spin-offs, although Pokemon Pinball was a good one. Are you like a deep fan? Did you play red version and then play yellow version and then thought you might around and play blue version? Have you been there for all of it? I think this is gonna be the movie for you. Detective Pikachu. Saw it at the Thursday night release. I know they said it's coming out Friday, but every movie does that where they say it's coming out Friday and then Thursday night there's a couple of showings. Went to the Thursday night showing. Wow, I thought it was so good. I cannot speak for if you're not familiar with Pokemon, but and maybe it's just for nostalgia, but I thought it was one of the best movies. It was so well done in my opinion. And coming right after that Sonic trailer that everyone hated, how he looked, and then how good all the Pokemon look in this, and how they so seamlessly made it work with real life humans and everything. And we got to the movie theater, they gave us Pokemon cards. It looks like a little 2-pack or something, and I gave them to Jamie to put in her bag and I forgot to get them back. I was gonna open them on here, but I'm assuming it's just more of the Detective Pikachu cards, this set. Okay, there's too many for me to put in my hand, but that I bought from 7-Eleven and you can get in other places. I'm assuming it's just more of those to build hype for that little series. Go to 7-Eleven, they got all kinds of little knickknacks for you. I got this Schnubble straw. Detective Pikachu, you may not know, it's actually a game also. It was a game first. I never played that. If it's Pokemon stuff, I usually only am playing the actual Pokemon trainer ones. Blue, Silver, Sapphire, Pearl, So I kind of went into the movie a little worried, oh, should I have played the game first or something? It certainly, I didn't miss anything. It's not like it takes off from a different point or something. It's a whole new story. I tried to look up if it was based on the game or anything like that, and it seems it's not really. It's very loosely, but it seems some of the characters are the same names and things like that, but it's nothing. There are similar instances, it seems, but it's nothing it's pretty much a new story, it seems like. But I will warn you, when I looked up to see if it's based on the game entirely, the first thing I clicked on had huge movie spoilers in it for some reason, which was fine because I've already seen it, but you be warned. Yeah, I looked up, is Detective Pikachu based on the game? And the first thing I saw just, for some reason, just explained the entire movie in one sentence, and I was wow, thank God I've already seen it. But anyway, back to the movie. It's cute. It's very cute. Every Pokemon, very cute. I think they did a really good job making the Pokemon look more realistic to have them fit with humans. As you can tell from the trailer, they get some weird looking things, but it all works out. Don't be afraid of the Mr. Mime. He's hilarious. I thought it progressed very well. It was interesting the whole time. There was no real downtime or any like snoozer moments where I felt like I could have like gone and refreshed my drink or anything like that. It was very compelling the entire time, kept me interested. I like the wide variety of Pokemon used. There's a lot of Gen 1, obviously. Everyone likes to see their favorite of the 151, but they throw in like the occasional just like random from a different generation, and I really appreciated that. I think this is not like a hastily thrown together movie that they just happened to get the rights from Pokemon to make and then they did it. It's like a lot of consideration was taken into it. I have so many nerdy theories about like the whole like plot and everything that I don't want to get into now because obviously most people haven't seen it yet by the time this video goes up, hopefully. I would definitely like to get into that at another time, whether anyone actually wants to hear it or not. Yeah, I just have a lot of cool thoughts and theories on what I saw in the movie based on what I know from the games and the anime and other stuff. I think it's something you can enjoy even if you're not very familiar with Pokemon. Like if, you know, you're just open to, well, actually like very, very basic knowledge about Pokemon would probably be helpful. Like if you know, do you know what a Pokeball is? Because that would probably be like the basic information, like that level would probably be basic information you need to know to be able to enjoy this movie. So here's the thing, is it for kids? It could be, yeah, but I mean, like, it's not like stupid in a way like that where like only like kids can enjoy it. If you're not too stuck up to enjoy a movie where the characters say the plot out loud as it happens, then you will be able to really enjoy this movie. It's fairly easy to follow. You don't have to like see little subtle things to understand what's going on, although there's like just little tidbits they throw in there where like an OG Pokemon fan can appreciate it. Like they talk of like, so you don't have to know too much about Pokemon, but then for the people who do, it's like they'll like talk about like certain moves and stuff and like Pokemon act certain ways that you can appreciate. You'd be like,
oh, I remember that from the anime or whatever.
The whole movie, it's just very in line with like the Pokemon we know. Like they didn't like stray and have some weird things that like wouldn't make sense to anyone who knows Pokemon. And at the same time, like it's like not too proud to understand how like goofy this whole thing is. The way they like reference past events and like things that like kind of happened in the Pokemon universe in like really goofy ways that just lets you know that like they're not taking themselves that seriously, which is refreshing, because sometimes some of this stuff really doesn't work out if they just make it way too like serious when you're dealing with like a literal like kids game franchise. And I know my opinion is totally biased about this movie. I mean, I'm a total nostalgia boy in this. It's like this is everything I've been wanting that's like finally come through with like live action and Pokemon, and it was done so well, and like it's just so amazing to see the Pokemon come to life in that way. So I truly cannot say for like the average moviegoer who doesn't give too much of a hoot about Pokemon, I can't say if you're gonna really see what I saw in it. Maybe it'll just be a little corny to you, but to me, I think that this is one of the best freaking movies. But it's the same thing, like I didn't even think like Endgame was that great, but again, like I haven't been that invested in the whole Marvel universe. I've barely seen like a whole lot of the Marvel movies that have been coming out, so like I wasn't quite as invested when Endgame came out, and like whatever crazy, I'm not gonna spoil it, whatever crazy events happen in that people are like, oh my god, finally, or whatever, like I can't believe this happened because it's been leading up for so long. Like to me, seeing this Pokemon movie and seeing like the cool like live action mixed with these realistic looking Pokemon. It's just so satisfying to me that's how I enjoyed it so much. And it's crazy how much like a nostalgia thing like this can kick you right back into that mindset. Like right now I want to finally pick Moon version back up and finish it off. I know I've heard it's one of the like least favorite of the entire series, but you know, like it's the last one that came out, so I'm gonna play that. Definitely getting a Switch before the next one comes out. So yeah, me, an avid Pokemon fan who's been there since the original 151, I thought it was an incredible movie. I can't say the same for if you are not such a huge fan as I am, but let me know if you do go see it, what you thought and like where you come from in the series, in the Pokemon universe. But to me, and I know I'm not a movie goer and I'm just a nostalgia bro, but I'll give it a 10 out of 10. I can't say if everyone's gonna enjoy it as much as I did, but thank you for realizing my childhood dream and making Pokemon real for just a little bit. I always wished they were real. I always wanted to be a Pokemon trainer when I was younger. I was one of those kids bringing a Nintendo DS to high school to destroy everybody, and Diamond and Pearl version. Pretty good team. I'm glad Pokemon is back. I can't wait for the new game. If you go see the movie or you have seen it, let me know your opinions in the comments. We could talk about it. And I'll see you next time. WiLLo Davis out.